actually kind of a little bit of a spoiler. I'm not going to say why, just to leave you on the edge of your seat. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day and welcome back to another Mental Health Monday video. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about how you can access free therapy in the UK. So when I was looking around for therapy, I was struggling to find how to find out where I can access free therapy. Now I was lucky enough that my parents were willing to pay for me to go private, but I shouldn't have really had to do that because it should be an easy and accessible route for everybody to get therapy. So I wanted to find out how you can get free therapy in the UK through not having to pay and not having to go down that private route. Obviously, little disclaimer, this video is just in the UK. I don't know what there is out there in other countries, so if anybody is watching from any other countries, I do apologise, but I hope you find something. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that it can be hard to actually stand up and say that you want to go to therapy. And the thing that I struggled with the most was accepting that I needed help and also acknowledging the fact that I needed therapy. Now, I didn't want to accept the fact that I was ill or struggling, and I didn't want to kind of associate myself with the stigma that there is around therapy. And for a long time when I was going to therapy, I didn't say where I was going. If my friends were like, oh, do you want to do something today? I'd be like, oh, sorry, I can't, I've got a meeting. I didn't say what the meeting was for, and I was quite ashamed for it. And I just want to say that it is okay to go to therapy or to need to go to therapy, because there is such a stigma around mental health and being ill. And I just think that you wouldn't feel ashamed if you were going to a physio, so why should you feel ashamed by going to a therapist? And I just think that we are in the day and age where we need to make the change for the stigma to go, and saying that we need to smash the stigma doesn't make it go away. We need to actually do something to do that. So I just want to say, like, if you need to go to therapy or if you're thinking about going to therapy, please don't be ashamed of the fact that you feel like you need to go to therapy, because it is 100% okay. Thousands, in fact, probably millions of people go to therapy up and down the country, up and down, even in the world, and it's okay to feel like you need a little bit of a push in the right direction. So obviously this video is about how to access free therapy. Now, the first place that I would always recommend going is to your doctor. Obviously they tend to want to prescribe medication, but if you don't want to go down that route, then that is totally okay. It's your decision. I'm thinking of doing a video on the stigma around medication, so I do think I will film that in the next coming weeks. But yeah, doctors is generally the first port of call that I would recommend to go to, just because then you're checking in. Now, the NHS waiting lists for therapies are really long. It depends where you are. They might be 6 weeks, they might be months, they might be up to a year. But what I would recommend is get yourself down on the list, and you can always look for other options in the meantime. Also, your doctor may actually know other places locally that you can gain access to free therapy, and you know, you're not the first person that they're experiencing with problems with their mental health, and they probably do know aspects in your area. So I know that my doctor knows of places in Stirling where you can go for therapy, and yeah, I would always recommend going to your doctor first. Now, some practices and regions up and down the country are starting to use an online therapy basis, and if you are in one of these areas, this could be really useful for you. You don't even have to leave your home. It could be really helpful. But obviously speak to your doctor to see what's available in the NHS at first. So my second piece of advice would be to look for charities. Obviously Sam H is a Scottish mental health charity which may be able to point you in the direction of a free counselling service. Mind, for anybody in England and Wales, They actually have a search bar where you can search for your area. So say you could type in Carlisle and you can actually find out what is available in your area. And also another one which I found while I was researching for this video, which I had no idea was out there, is the Mix. Now, this is a under 25 service which actually can provide you with live chats, a crisis text line, a counselling service, and it also, you can enter your postcode and it will tell you what is available near you. And I think that is really cool, and I think that's an amazing charity to be aware of. I never knew that they were a thing, and it's quite good for me to actually know that they are out there. And my third and final place for any students would be your university. Now, obviously, universities aren't trying to take over from the NHS, but the NHS has thousands of applications for therapy, and that is why there's such a long waiting list. Mental illness is becoming more and more popular, that's the wrong word, more common. Universities can almost be an infill in the meantime while you're waiting on the waiting list, and I think that can be great. Most universities will have a counselling service. I think they would probably have to in this day and age, and I know that in Stirling they have a counselling service that you can actually see someone, and it's pretty quick to see someone, and you're given one counselling session. You can, once you're in the system, you can ask for the same counsellor again to see them again, but I definitely think that your university can help as like a gap fill while you're waiting on the NHS. So I know this video is quite short and sweet, but I hope it was really helpful for you guys. I really want you to know that you're not alone, and it will get better. And I also want you to be aware that you don't have to pay for therapy. There are options out there, and I know it can be a bit daunting trying to work up the funds, especially if you're like struggling and you maybe aren't going to work because of your mental health, or you're maybe a student, or other aspects that might be happening. But I just want you to know that there are services out there that you don't have to pay for, and I think that's really important. And there probably are some which I've not mentioned on here, so definitely try looking into Google. When you type in on Google free counselling services in I don't know, Stirling, obviously there will be loads that'll come up, but the top ones are generally going to be your more popular and more respectable ones. So yeah, thank you. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's helped somebody. The reason why I do these mental health videos is because I just want to help one person, and I know what it's like to be struggling and feel like you're totally alone, but you're really not. So I really hope that this video has helped anybody in the UK. And yeah, please give this video a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. Click the subscribe button because I do post mental health videos fairly regularly. I am trying to do some more mental health videos because I am quite passionate about it. And yeah, ring the bell so that you're notified whenever I post, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!